Hi, welcome back to another episode of Just Your Average Baker. I'm Amelia, and in this week's episode, we will be making peach cobbler. Now, go ahead and fast forward if you don't want to hear a spoiler about the end of the video, but if you do want to hear the spoiler, stick around. Spoiler alert is it doesn't turn out well. Which is why this intro looks different. I'm in my office editing the video, actually. At the end of the video, when I taste the cobbler, I have some harsh words to say, and I say things like, don't try this recipe, and things to that effect. I will say, I don't think it was the recipe's fault. I think it was entirely the peaches we chose. The peaches we chose were just not good peaches, and I just didn't know that until after I had cooked them into a cobbler. So, I think the recipe probably is good. It was easy. Moral of the story, pick good fruit for your cobblers. Okay, moving on to what you're gonna need for this week's bake. For today's recipe, you will need 6 ounces dark brown sugar. I'm using golden brown because it's what I already have. 3.5 ounces of rolled oats, 4 ounces all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon baking powder, half a teaspoon of allspice, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 of a cup butter, and then the recipe calls for 20 ounces frozen peach slices, but I'm going to use fresh peach slices. So the very first thing I'm going to do is wash, cut, and pit all of my peaches so that I'm left with 20 ounces of nice fresh peach slices. Mixing bowl, you're now going to combine the brown sugar, oats, flour, baking powder, allspice, nutmeg, and salt, and just give it a good mix. I was about to move on to my next step, and then I realized I hadn't added the flour. Probably important. So now we're gonna add the flour. Now we'll add our butter and mix it in until we've got a nice crumbly texture. And yes, I'm using margarine instead of butter because it's just what I have, again. And I still haven't found my 4th cup, so I'm measuring in a liquid cup still. It's great. It's not. That seems like a nice crumbly texture. I'm going to rinse off my hand, and then we'll be folding in our peaches next. Before you put your mixture into your crock pot, you're going to butter the bottom and the sides. Instead of butter, I'm going to spray with Pam. Our final step is to turn our slow cooker crock pot on low and leave it for 3 to 3.5 hours. Oh boy, yeah, that's done. Yeah, that's done. It smells better than I thought it would. I'm using a flashlight to show the camera. Well, that made a huge difference. It's not bad.
So gross.
Yeah, this is pretty bad. This is bad cobbler, don't make it. We're done. We're done here. This video's over and out. Don't make the cobbler. Stop laughing! It's like the worst cobbler ever.
It's just so soggy.
It's a bad cobbler. Don't do it. Or get better peaches. These peaches just like... they don't taste like anything.
Yeah, don't shop at Winco for...
No, you pick the peaches. Don't let your boyfriend pick the peaches.
No, they all sucked.
Don't make the cobbler.
Yeah.
So we've made it to the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching this peach cobbler fail. If you did, go ahead and give this video a like, a thumbs up, whatever you do. Subscribe to the channel to see more baking videos, candy videos, food related videos in general. And I will see you guys next week. Happy baking. Bye.
Oh, that looks horrible, doesn't it, still? Yeah. Is there a nice way to take a picture of cobbler?
Make a nice copy.